I donated my deceased daughter's college fund instead of giving it to my husband's daughter. My daughter Emma died in a car accident when she was 16. She had this college fund that my ex-husband and I had been putting money into since she was like 3 years old. By the time she passed, there was about $43,000 in there. My ex and I agreed we'd figure out what to do with it later, but honestly, we were both too messed up to even think about money. Fast forward 2 years, and I'm remarried to this guy Kevin. He's got a 17-year-old daughter named Jess from his first marriage. Don't get me wrong, Jess is a sweet kid, but she's not my daughter. Kevin knew about Emma's college fund from early on in our relationship. I told him about it one night when we were talking about our kids and our past marriages. So last month, Jess gets accepted to this fancy art school in California. The tuition is insane, like $60,000 a year. Kevin's been stressing about how they're gonna pay for it because his ex-wife doesn't contribute much to anything. He works at a hardware store and makes decent money, but not art school money. One night we're sitting at the kitchen table going through all these financial aid forms and loan applications. Kevin's calculator is out, he's got his reading glasses on, and there's papers everywhere. Jess is in her room probably stressed out of her mind about whether she'll even be able to go to this school she's dreamed about since middle school. Kevin looks up at me and goes, "You know, I've been thinking about Emma's college fund." My stomach immediately dropped because I knew where this was going. He continues, "I mean, Emma can't use it anymore, and Jess really needs help with school. It would solve all our problems." I just stared at him for like 10 seconds. The audacity of this man asking me to give my dead daughter's college money to his kid was beyond anything I could have imagined. I told him absolutely not, and he got all defensive saying how we're supposed to be a family now, and that Emma would have wanted to help Jess. That last part really pissed me off because how dare he speak for my daughter who he never even met. Emma died 2 months before Kevin and I started dating. He has no idea what Emma would have wanted, and frankly, it doesn't matter because that money represents 17 years of me and my ex-husband sacrificing things so our daughter could have opportunities. Kevin kept pushing the issue over the next few days. He'd bring it up during dinner or when we were watching TV, always with this tone like I was being unreasonable. He even had Jess talk to me about it, which made me furious because now he's got his kid involved in manipulating me. So I made a decision. I called the college fund company and had them cut me a check for the full amount. Then I drove to the children's hospital where Emma spent her last week and donated every single penny to their pediatric trauma unit. I specifically requested that it go toward helping families who can't afford treatment for their kids. When I got home, Kevin was in the garage working on his motorcycle. I walked out there and told him what I'd done. His face went from confused to angry to completely red. He started yelling about how I just screwed over his daughter and how selfish I was being. He said I was punishing Jess for something that wasn't her fault. I told him he was right, it wasn't Jess's fault. It also wasn't my responsibility to pay for her college with my dead daughter's money. I explained that the money went somewhere that would actually honor Emma's memory instead of just solving Kevin's financial problems. Kevin stormed into the house and called his sister to complain about me. I could hear him on the phone in the living room talking about how I'm cold and heartless. His sister apparently agreed with him because she called me later that night to tell me I should have considered Kevin's family as my family too. The next morning, Kevin barely spoke to me. He made coffee for himself but didn't offer me any, which is petty but whatever. Jess came down for breakfast and she looked like she'd been crying. Kevin had obviously told her what happened. She didn't say anything to me, just grabbed a granola bar and left for school.